Young athletes do.
They've got some strength in their team.
Okay, some of your good mates are here. It's the K1 500 meters. Kenny Wallace hasn't had much time in the boat in the last few weeks. He's been concentrating in the K2. He's back in it. Dragosavljević Marko is decided to go in both events, which is interesting for Serbia. We saw him about an hour ago in the K1.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he was doing. He's traditionally a 200-meter paddler, and he's going to be quick out of the blocks to see he can last the whole way. Judging from the C1 times there, it looks like it's getting a little bit quicker now. 1:48 for C1s is quite good. There's Kenny, Olympic champion in 2008. Urania also here as well in lane 2. Kirchev there as well, always good over 500 meters, world medalist in 1,000 meters last year. This is going to be a really interesting race. It's going to be interesting to see if it takes this. Bram there, always traditionally in the 500-day final as well. He's been doing pretty well the last few years in the 500. As well, Paul Mittelstedt in lane 1. He was the K4 world champion in 2011, and he's back now in the K1 500, so it's going to be interesting to see what he's done. He's been missing for a few years. Here's the Serbian, the 200 guy. Fast and furious. Let's see if he can hold on.
Well, he told me he had or his staff told me he had a new boat, so he's very keen to have as much practice as he can in the new boat.
He's quite a confident guy, judging by the way he acts and goes around. I think he fell in yesterday in the semi-final and he was just laughing.
Well, he was actually the interesting thing in the K1 200 meters. He only came third in the Serbian trials, but the other two guys said, "You can have the place because we want to go in K2." So it's instantly good strength of depth there.
That's interesting. And then he goes and wins European Championships. So what's that say about the other guys?
Familiar face.
Well, what can you say? I mean, the name alone, Adam Van Koeveren, he's been on the circuit nearly a generation now and at the top of his game. Probably the best in the business. Olympic champion, world champion, he's got every medal. Hopefully he can push for a medal here.
At the bottom of the picture, Jordan Wood, yes, he had a good place in he won last week in the K4 1000, wasn't chasing this weekend.
He's quite a young athlete as well.
Yeah.
Under 23 silver medalist from last year in 1,000 meters as well, so he's got good caliber and he's going to be confident after last week's win. Paul Mittelstedt there, Germany, he's going to be in the mix too.
You're quite happy about making your predictions. Are you going to do the same?
Who can ever count out Adam Van Koeveren? I don't know where he is in his year.
Well, he started off a little bit slowly, yeah. Perhaps the latest to start.
I'm going to go with Kenny. I'm going to go with Kenny, Kirchev, and it's anyone's race. I mean, these guys are all so close.
Well, Kenny Wallace last weekend was said he feels like a bit of a fraud, only competing in one event, so clearly he's upped his game a little bit at the moment.
Strong start from Urania, usually not traditionally fast starter. Let's see if he can hold on.
Urania has been out of the top K1 1000 for the last couple of years, and he's looking to come back in, but he's certainly at the top of your picture. Looks like he's performing well, and with Jordan Wood also the bottom of your picture in lane number 9 putting forward, with Adam Van Koeveren in lane number 8 starting to make his move a little bit.
I think Urania's got something to prove after his 1,000 meters not getting a medal. He's traditionally in the medals, and not to get a medal, I'm sure he's going to be quite disappointed. As you can see, Adam coming through as well. Those guys look like they're pulling away, and Mittelstedt in lane 1 as well, so this is going to be a really interesting finish. It's going to be interesting. I think Jordan Wood will be able to push in the finish well, being from the 1,000 meter K4, so he'll have the fitness.
Well, Ali Urania in your picture there, but it looks like it's 3 Belarus, Australia and Canada as they're coming up the track. So with 150 meters to go, Ali Urania looks like he has a slight advantage.
This is going to be a close race.
Kenny Wallace also in there. See how his legendary finish. He might do the same again, but Adam Van Koeveren at the bottom of your picture also looking good. 5 athletes in it. Lane number 6 of World from Kirchev looking very strong. It's Kenny maybe wants it more than the others in a red tip boat coming into the last 50 meters. Kenny Wallace looks like he's going to really take some beating from Sandrat from Poland, but Kenny Wallace has taken a wonderful victory.
That was a great race by Kenny. So strong, not a fast start, but came through in the finish strong, and Poland as well. Really big finish by him.
Pavel Sandrash. Puffing hard. He came just second in the K2 1000 yesterday, and in the end a clear victory with Jordan Wood just pulling off a bit at the end. Looks like Adam Van Koeveren takes the 4th position perhaps.
Yeah, it's Australia, Poland and Bulgaria. And the Serbian there, the fast 200 meter paddler, doesn't look like he had the fitness there to hold on.
As I mentioned, he was just out there for almost like a training run to show practicing his new boat.
Rainey had a seriously fast start there. I thought he might have held on with his 1,000 meters, but he must have just wasted too much energy in the first 250. Adam also looked very strong there. I'm sure he'd be good come World's time. He'd be right in the medals. And as you said, I think Kenny would be very happy with that race, especially spending so much time in the K2 and focusing on that, and then to come and win the 500. It's quite hard to come from the K2 to the K1.
Don't know if you can lip read.
Those guys are quite good buddies. I think they train a lot together, so I'm sure they'll be happy for each other.
Well, it's the unofficial event race statistics still, but Kenny Wallace from Australia has given the gold, Pavel Santovac from Poland second, and Miroslav Kurchev from Bulgaria the third place.